Hey everyone. Hi, okay. Oh, check, check. I think this will work, right? So I think this will work for now because our mic is connected to our mouth. So, and let me just check a few things here. We're listening to Bucket here right now. External microphone is okay. Hello, check, check. And we are looking at this screen here over here. This screen is something that I have. It's a Huawei Huawei screen, right? Let me show you guys which Huawei Huawei screen, 24 inch. Yeah. And I really suggest you guys to buy this screen. It's a really good screen, by the way. While I was buying this, it was 25K and Nepali, but now it's just 20. So you can buy this screen. And yeah, I use this screen. This is my desktop. And yeah, nothing more, nothing fancy. It's just a simple desktop that I use. And we are back again with another video. For now, we will be talking about. Let me just decrease its volume so that it will run in background. But we are also taking help of ChatGPT. We are also taking help of our project, and it's about. Let me increase its brightness in my monitor. Sorry, you guys for that. It's. I think it's okay. And yeah, the project is 5173. In 5173 port we are running this, and the basic the symbol sorts PEA as P is given this way, but yeah, we are using this window to learn new things. And first we will learn React with get started and learn, then we will be going into reference section, and then we will be going into few blocks engineering, React engineering blocks. Maybe there are few in the market. If I go to here, and one of the React developers, Rob Woolrich or something, RICS, something like that. I forgot, right? A React blog. Yeah, Robin Weirots, right? So he's a freelancer and he's a React developer. His blogs are really nice. We will focus on his blogs also, and a few other engineering blogs that React community suggests. For example, uh, how to operate a React 18 weekend. We have to we have to be very extensive about our you know research here, because we are trying to prep interview for a certain company based, and it's a React based job, so it's really important for me, for us also. So let's just try to understand some more things from React Reddit community. Let's just have fun with it for now, and we can go to some other engineering blocks later on. But for now, let's just keep our distraction to the side. Let's not focus on our phone, and let's just enjoy the time. Okay, so real time font management in Expo. Okay, I think that's a nice plan actually. Let me set my theme to whitish because you got my, but it's okay. Dark is good. So okay. Code question. Beginner's thread October 2024. What and what's your? So I'm working on a React.js project with Express backend. I want to fetch components dynamically based on a parent parent name parameter, but my API calls fail with the following error: fail to fetch components. Let me just increase my or decrease my volume a bit. This is okay, right? Okay, this is now okay. Fail to fetch components cross origin request block. The same origin policy disallows reading the remote resource. Course is enabled in a backend and my database is running fine. However, when I test the API in Postman or Thunder client, I see connection diffusion. Okay, this is the Backend code, I guess requested param skips parent name, component dot find components, and it's saying that React JS project with an Express background, parent name. I want to face component dynamically based on parent name. Parent name gives component. You mean use params? This is my front part where I'm fetching data. Fetch components, get component. Okay, I got it. Not sure what I'm doing wrong here. What do people use for rapid public test deploys of React app? Bunch of newbies talking about some newbie related React feature. Let's not focus our time there. So, what the fuck? I haven't shared my screen. I'm so sorry, you guys. Oh my god. What the Basically, I was just talking about a certain Reddit post in which some newbies were talking about newbie features. So I'm really sorry for that. I just checked the screen and I thought I was sharing the screen, but yeah. So this was the question, and yeah, no, it's a trivial stuff. Let's just leave it there. And let me, you know what we can do is let me drag my layout from here. What I can do is let me remove my view and let's just keep this at this corner. I think that's good, so that if I see here also the content will be in the middle, right? So let me save it based off that layout. That's the best layout out there. So mm, let's just continue. Okay, real-time font management in an Expo. What are they saying? So this is an Expo app. Expo Dynamic Font takes the headache out of the font management in React Expo. You cannot swap fonts during runtime, and no configuration is required. Just know the font name and pass it through the prop. What? Hot swap fonts during runtime and no configuration is required. Just know the font name and pass it to the prop. Expo Dynamic Fonts, text, font, open source. Oh wow, really? No need to configure fonts then. Okay, Expo Dynamic Font. That really helps, by the way. Yeah. Real-time font management in an Expo. Okay. And what's the package? It's for Expo Dynamic Fonts. Okay, we got it. We can have dynamic fonts also if that is the case. Then, how fair is this article from Kent C. Dots about use callback and use memo still relevant? Did these best practice change in last years? Okay, let's just check this blog. Kent C. Dots. And how far is article? Okay, is it relevant or not? Okay, I have actually done benchmarking for use callback. I have done 500 redundant use callback calls on a page. I measured memory consumption and the rendering time both remained with 1% margin compared to non-memoized implementation. 2x measurement on pod build. My personal approach is to stabilize every component top to bottom, and I'm not worried if I'm redundant memorization elsewhere. Memoization on heavy component is actually quite dramatic. Okay, that's good. Well, with the new React compiler coming in V19, you won't need to use them ever. Oh wow, that's really good. For like we already checked this, right? React compiler yesterday, so I guess for legacy system using React V18 and lower, this is absolutely relevant. From V19 onwards, it isn't. Do people seriously not understand what scare quotes are? Legacy doesn't mean an actual legacy system. It's strong and sick around the bullshit that happens with a lot of JS developer thinking cutting edge equals to legacy. I didn't understood it. Well, let's just check this log once, okay, and what these guys are telling about it. When do you use memo and use callback? Okay, let's just check it. Okay, here's how it's here's how it's implemented. Okay, something initial candies are there. Candy dispenser. This is the candy dispenser. This is the use state. Initial studies. Initial candies. Okay, I got set candies. Candies. Okay, dispense. Then it will give dispense, and if I send candy, then it will set candies as all candies dot filter. C is not equals to candy. Got it. Candy dispenser dispenses candies, and map button dispense. I mean, it says grab, then it will call dispense, and it will just grab candy. C is not equals to candy, then it will. Okay, I mean, it wants candy from. Yeah, just dispenses candy from this initial candies, right? Now, I want to ask you a question and I want to think I have heard about it moving forward. I'm going to make a change to this and I want to tell me which will have the better performance characteristics. The only thing I'm going to change is wrap the dispense function inside React.use callback. Okay, awesome. React use callback, then it won't re-render the component, right? And yeah, here's the original again. So here's my question: in this specific case, which of these is better performance? Let me give some space to not spoil the answer. For keep scrolling, you did answer, didn't you? What am I supposed to see an image here? Like what's here? Keep scrolling, you didn't answer, didn't you? There. Why is you'll call back worse? Okay. We heard a lot of things that usually is improve performance and the inline function can be problem. Yeah, just take a step back from a specific example and even from React and consider every line of code which is executed comes with the cost. Okay, dispense. No actual changes, but things around. Okay, and here's the original again. Notice anything about this line? Just look at the diff. Okay, yeah, dependency array is here. Only called once. So yeah, they're exactly the same aspect we convention doing more work. Not only do we have to define but so I have to define the array and it's called the use callback. It's a setting property running from logical expression. Okay, so in both cases JavaScript must allocate memory for the function definition on every render and depending on how use callback is implemented, you may get more allocation for function definition. This actually not the useful point still stands. This is what I was trying to get across with my Twitter poll here. Assuming the code appears in React function component, how many function allocations are happening with the code on each render? Okay, I got it. More function will be allocated in use callback. That might be the case, right? So I would like to mention also that on the second render of the component, the original dispense function gets garbage collected, and I mean, and then a new one is created. Once this use callback, the original dispense one won't get garbage collected, and new one is created. So yes, worse off from memory perspective, it's worse. It says, but based on the documentation, use callback won't re-render the component. So based on the speed and painting the UI wise it's fast, but it might take more memory because more functions are being called. I think that's what it's saying. And as a related note, if you have dependencies, then it's quite possible React is hanging on it to reference to previous function because memoization typically means that you keep copies of old values, yeah, to return in the event we get the same dependencies as given previously. Especially accurate of you will notice that this means React also has to hang on to a reference to the dependencies for this equality check. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, this blog makes a point, and uh, based upon someone's maybe comment they are using React V8 and all this absolutely relevant. Do people seriously not understand what scare codes are? Legacy doesn't mean an actual legacy is strong and sick around the bullshit that happens when a lot of JS developer thinking. I didn't got it still, but let's just see where this blog is taking us. So if you see at the use memo is similar to use callback. Apply memoization to any value type. It does this by accepting a function which returns the value, and the function is only called when the value needs to be retrieved, not happen once each time an element in the dependency has change between renders. So, like use memo strictly looks for this dependency array items, and so if I don't want to initialize the array of initial candidates every render, I could make this change, and I will avoid the problem. But the saving will be so minimum that the cost of making the code more complex probably worse to use memo for as well because again you were making a function call and that code is doing property assignments. In this particular scenario, what will be even better is to make this change. Okay, but sometimes you don't have the luxury because the values either derived from props or what's the point? Yeah, I was just trying to say what's the point here. So the point is that performance optimization are not free. They always comes with the cost, but not always comes with the benefit of offset that cost. Therefore, optimize responsibly. Yeah, so React V19 does these things like out of the box. So I think they will be using use memo and use fallback, and it seems that they are doing a lot of things to eradicate this kind of hooks. And since they are performance optimization, but they really comes with a cost. And let's not just use this performance optimization everywhere. For example, in our code also we are using use memo here so that and we replaced use effect here, right? So only when query or table items are changed, we are filtering our table items and giving the sorts query has been matched. So I mean in this case it's okay, but not just everywhere. So that's I think that's just the point we should know about use memo and use callback. And there is a specific reason both of these hook are built into React: referential equality, computationally expensive calculation. Referential equality means if you are new to JavaScript programming, it won't take long before you learn why this is the case. false equals to false. That's true. That's true. No, really, React actually is object dot is, but it's very similar to. Okay, I'm not going to too deep. We want this to rerun if bar or bar change. I mean, I didn't get it, or what's the point here? Like, this blog is. Let's just slow it down. But point is that yeah, these are expensive hooks, and we have to use it responsibly. That is the case. But maybe we are not in the scope to study about these things at the moment, at least at the moment. So we can skip these things. But yeah, why not? Save it for later on, and we definitely can check this in our Discord anytime, right? So let's just keep this in our Discord channel or later on. We can visit these things later on, and okay, you click on either of these button, the dual counter state change and therefore render. Intron will re-render both of the count buttons. However, the only one that actually needs to re-render is the one that was click right. So if you click the first one, the second one gets re-render, but nothing changes. We will call this an unnecessary re-render. Most of the time, you should not bother optimizing unnecessary re-render. Okay. You just like to wrap this up by saying that every abstraction comes at a cost. Actually, the AHA programming principle, and wait until the abstraction optimization is screaming at you before applying it, and you will save yourself from incurring cost without repeating the benefit. Custom use callback and use memo are that you make the core more complex for your co-workers. You could make a mistake in dependency array, and you will potentially making performance worse by invoking the built-in hooks and preventing dependencies and memoized values from being garbage collected. Those are all fine cost to incur if you get the performance benefit necessary, but it's best to measure first. Yes, if you are among the few who worry about move to hooks and that it forces us to define function within our function component where we used to define function as method on our classes, I will invite you to consider the fact that we have been defining method in render phase of our component since day one. I mean, yeah, React component, render, and we have this is a function defined in the render method. Hooks did not introduce this concept. We have been doing this all along, right? So yeah. So let's just referential equality and dependencies list. So I'm not going to tour into this, but suffice it to say that when you define an object inside your React function component, it's not going to be referentially equal to the last time the same object was defined, even if it has all the same property with the same values. There are two situations where referential equality matters in here. Let's go through them one at a time. Dependencies list. Let's review an example. Foo const option bar bars use effect. We want this to rerun if bar or bar change. Okay. Buzz, it will give buzz options. Okay. And blob. Blob is calling foo. So basically, the reason that is problematic is because use effect is going to do a differential equality check on options between every render, and thanks to where the options will be new every time. So when React tests whether option change between render, it's always evaluated true, meaning the use effect callback will be called after every render rather than only when bar or bar. Okay, if that is the case, then it says that JavaScript, um, or let's say the React works in such a way that the options is new every time. So uh, but I didn't saw these things in React documentation, so I'm not sure if this blog is uh, true or not. Because use effect is going to do referential equality. I got the thing, like in every render JavaScript works in such a way that option will be new every time, and but documentation doesn't says that, so I'm not sure if I have to follow this blog or not. But this is so confusing to if I if I take this content, then it's really making us so confused, right? So the grid, there's a the two things we can do fix this, right? So we can just write option here, we can write bar and bars. We want this to rerun a bar or bar change. So That's why I think, yeah. Oh yeah, I got it. So bar or bars, we have to state it in that way, and there's a great option. And if we this were a real thing, that's how I will fix this. But there is one situation when this isn't practical solution. Bar or bars are non-primitive object array or function, etc. Bar is a, you know, function. Bar is an array, and bar bars is bars. This is precisely the reason why use callback is used like this. So here's how you will fix that altogether now. So let's call bar with use callback, right? And let's call use memo, bars with the use memo, so that on initial render it will set it bars at this array, and this is the array of first factory function. I think we learned about it yesterday, and this is the dependency list, and this is the reason why use memo and use callback were there at the first place. So function blob, and this is the same thing applies for the dependency array, pass to use effect, use layout effect, use callback, and use memo. Check this out, right? So count, we have used state all together. Increment, it will increment set count to every time you click on either of these button, the dual counters state change, and therefore re-render, which will re-render both of the count buttons. However, the only one that actually needs to re-render is the one that was clicked right. So if you click the first one, the second one gets re-rendered, but nothing changes. We call this as unnecessary re-render. Most of the time, you should not bother optimizing unnecessary re-render. React is very fast, and there are so many things we can think of for you to do in the time that will be better than optimizing things like this. In fact, the need to optimize stuff with that what I'm about to show is no rare. That is literally never needed to do in the 3 years I worked at paper products and even longer time working with React. However, there are situations when rendering can take a substantial amount of time. Thanks to pragmatic nature of React, there's an escape hatch. React will only render count the button when its props are changed. But we are not done yet. Remember the whole differential equality thing. In the dual counter component, we are defining the increment and increment to computational expensive calculation. I think I somehow understood this blog, but somehow I didn't understood this blog. We will be visiting this blog later on, so let's just keep it for let's just keep it here for now, and let's just move along with other topics. I created a God generator to help create beautiful gods and export them image to code to use a dashboard designer product. Good, free, flexible, SATC and compatible and modern multi-step form. Let's just check if project will like the simple and flexible multi-step form for onboarding my user, but could not find one. Create my own and share it with the community in case someone else with the same situation. Okay, let's just check his code. Okay, what's multi-step form is using SATCN. So multi-step form connects just built on top of SATCN UI with desktop and mobile responsiveness. Uh, multi-step form URL state based, SATCN based, one to many step, easy to use. Let's just see. Okay, what's the multi-step form? This password is this. This is next. Never. Second step is this. This is the email. This is the password. Okay, so we are in the previous. If you go to the next, okay. I mean, we definitely need, some sort of ah email at the rate dot com dot com. Next, that's a pain in the ass, man. Ah, oh my God. Oh, okay, okay, finish. This will blah blah. So this is multi-step form. Okay, I got it, and I can see that SATCN has been used, and what's the deal here? Like, it will do next, it will just change, but the state value will be, kept there. Let's just see how this thing has been implemented, and I guess component slash UI. These are the SATCN UI items, but if you go to SRC app, and these are the components, context, layout, this is the page, I guess. Multi-stepper is the one that we need here. So what's multi-stepper? Where is multi-stepper? This is the step provider. Yeah, yeah, there should be context, right? So steps header, bounce indicator, header data. Okay, theme provider, and main is page.tsx, multi-stepper is there. We have a bunch of component from Radix UI that is given to SATCN, and we also have I think that will do the case, but let's just check, context or context first. Multi-stepper context will have bunch of data step, user step, go to next step, go to previous step, reset, can go to next step, can go to previous step. All these things are there, and router also has been maintained by that one. Okay, so this multi-step is route also changed. Oh, I didn't thought that a route will be changed, but step one, step two. Okay, I mean that's really useful. So router has been used. Use source params is here. Can be optimized. I mean, step context dot provider, and it's good. What else can I say? It's using SATCN. SATCN always rocks. So let's just continue our uh, research on what's being done by the community. Chakra provider not working in console. Okay, that's Ops coming back to React Router towards working mostly on B and you update useful for job in B. Okay, I can tell you, brother. Why not? Full time front end experience, material UI. So, what are these guys telling? Let's just read this. Okay, I will say that SATCN UI is the new flavor of the month. Pixel perfect isn't what should we strive for anyone anymore. Yeah, pixel perfect is not what strive. We are not looking at pixel perfect, or but in React, functional or logical flow must be there, and no companies that are serious about CSS. What is really important is to have flexible and adaptable design. Got it. Everyone's demand is that, and that's a really happy statement to read. Release has kind of fallen off of popularity from your project to in favor of Just Stand. Awesome. We were looking at Just Stand next. Just Stand. Just Stand. The Stand. The Stand pronoun pronunciation. Just Stand, right? How do you pronounce the Stand? Just stand, just stand. Just, I think it's German word. It's okay. I will say just stand, right? Okay. Don't discount context API either. At work, I use context selector from DIC. Okay, CSS has been dominated by Tailwind, obviously. That needs to be done, and thanks to community for doing that, saving a lot of time for us. As far as HTML, there are some few new interesting tags like summary, details, and dialogue. Okay, we can check that. Monorepo you go choice between Turbo Repo and NX, where NX is heavily favored. Okay, what's NX? First, let's look into just add. Where is our Discord? We need our Discord right now. It's like things we will cover next. Just stand. The star, isn't it? The star. Just stand. It's just stand react. Just stand. Okay. Got it. Stand. NX. What are a few other things? Let's just uh micro frontend is seen as a niche solution for big enterprise. For forms you got React Hook forms or dates I have most important right now is the date FNS. The native date API I've got pretty good over. Okay. Hooks are obligatory, no class component, only citizen error boundary. Frameworks you go to next use SSR, ISR, PPR. I prefer S2 for SSG. But next to also an option Remix has been reinventing itself lately and becoming React Router 7. So I will say wait a bit before moving to Remix. 10 stack. I mean, why not check 10 stack products? 10 stack tech, 10 stack tools, I mean, for React, obviously. And the popular is 10 stack query. 10 stack start is also there. Data fetching, SWR, and 10 stack query. More largely by 10 stack query, in my opinion. CSR SPA, we usually use Wheat, which is amazing and best DX in the React ecosystem. If you want to share a design among vanilla extract or stitches, for microphone, there is module federator. White has also been doubling in implementation. I think pretty much you covered all the things, and I have listed few of those here. Tormo pack is a blonder, okay, and sounds like you are good to go now. Must change in 2 years. UI everything we have mentioned. Random library React well, okay. React query plus React server component. We will look into these all of those things later on. Let's just try and check just stand React, right? Isn't it the replacement for Redux? Yeah. So state management with scalable bare state management solution. Just stand is a state management solution. How to use just stand? Simple, fast, scalable, bare-bones state management solution as a comfy API based on Nox. It isn't boilerplate or opinionated, but has been convenient to be explicit and functions like. Don't disagree with it because it's cute. It has clause. Okay, let's just look into few things here. Let's create a store. Your store is a hook. You can put anything in it. Primitive object function. The set function merges state. Then bind your component and that's it. Okay. Why not integrate just add in our project, in our tiny little source project? That will be really fun. But I don't know where we will be using it. But we can replace context with, or we can use both of them together. Or what we can do is have a third party API, for example, Dungeons and Dragon D&D API integrated in our app, fifth edition. Okay. Spells documentation API, spells API. Okay, execute 319 spells are your. Okay, and we can just add here. Yeah, or we can ask ChatGPT about it. Want to use just stand in my project? In what way I can do it? I mean, I didn't wanted the code, but it says that just making a basic counter can. Okay, got it. It also middleware and DevTools. Okay, let's have a counter in our code. Okay, let's use just add with a new component called just counter. Okay, TSX. And just counter is a React functional component that will have button, right? And button, and also there will be label. It will have a count variable. But um, what we can do is. Uh, In unit table, number of times I click on name. For example, here we can have a button and we can list each item as the number of times the item has been selected. Just like in uni e-commerce, we can do that here, right? So just keep a certain button here, right? And let's say let's count or increment, or let's say just select, right? It will just select, but this just an counter will have a counter will have a list of items, and this item will have number of times there that has been selected. I got it. But we are using context API and both these things at the same time. Also table items, I need to access table items for that. So what I can do is just counter will have certain table table items over here, and these table items will make a table. So I can copy this table from here, right? And I can paste this table just right here, but we won't have select at this time, and we will just having count of that. Also we will not be having a header here. Also uh, we will be having this from our just add store. Now these things will be coming from just add store, but we are not, is checked is not the overall table. I can have counter not in different table. I mean in different table also is okay. Right. So this is the select button. We will have the select button, and we can integrate just add in that way. List of spells. We don't need this API now. We can use the that API later on in our code, but just add is available as a package on npm for use. First create a store, increase population, removal beer, update beers. Beer is 0. That's the store. Object function, set function, merge state, binder components, and that's it. Comparison versus Redux. Redux is really longer. Render optimization. Okay. Guide. Updating state. Building a game. Tic tac toe. What are you building? Set history. Set get. Create from just add. Combine is a middleware. Okay, I think I got it. SSR and hydration. There are certain hooks of just add. Use shallow. All these things we will be using chat gpt's help for that one. So my goal is to integrate just add in our project. What I can do is first I have to do npm install just add. Npm install just add will make the work. I don't know. I think it's just add. Stand is not in. Stand is the one. Stand. Okay, it has been installed. What I have to do next is create a store, counter store. Uh, so here is my store. Here is my src. I'm going to create a store, and this store is made as counter store. This is the counter store. I just created a counter store here. We are telling it as counter store.ts. It's not using type. Okay, it's using TypeScript. So define the shape of your state, counter increment decrement, right? So this is create a use counter restore increment decrement state dot count. Where is the state? Where is state coming from? Okay, use counter restore. Now what we do, use the store in components, and my component has, we're just incrementing the count, right? So maybe we don't need decrement at the moment. But we might need increment and decrement both, I think, because in shopping cart we will have both of these things. So for one, we will have this button, Control C, Control V, Control Z first, and for this we will have minus button. And if we check this code, pretty much should work like a motherfucking Sam, because we will be having plus, we will be having minus. In between, we will be having counter of all these things, but counter state will be preserved by just add, and this will be, there will be a different table to show that. So we will be creating that table here, which is also known as just counter, and this table will have a may all the item or table, but let's just call this just counter. Okay, just counter, and maybe food items, right? Just counter as well, table items. Okay, just counter will be there, and it's calling table items equals to uh, food items, and this will be the one. And just come to filter item. We don't need filter item, we just need table items here. Table items dot map, and this is seg. We don't need is seg item not stocked, and also we don't need stocked because either it's stocked or we will be selecting it anyway, right? So let's just put on here, and the counter will be able to give us some data, but it's not at the moment. Here in the table items dot map, I mean, uh, it's not working. Table items. Table item is full item. And so, table item. Oh, fuck. Table items. The table is the one. I can remove that. And since we are getting table. Oh, okay. And vegetables is the table. Okay. So bunch of things we have. Let's just bring this in. It's just creating a lot of confusion. So why don't we bring this overall app component in the middle of our screen? We can do is div and class name, style. Let's just ask ChatGPT about it. How we can do that? Where is ChatGPT? Freaking ChatGPT, man! Centrally align this all. We can do that, right? to the gods of programming, gods of everything. Need to give double coordinate braces here. Continuous style. Okay, no need. Man, really, style is container style, and that's it. I mean, okay, that will work because that will work, right? Where is the output of our central align? Display flex, display grid, margin, auto, margin, adding, auto, auto, shit, height, and width, over, I, D, no, there, with this, BW, this will work, and okay, some sort of right, but okay, this is not good. Let's just do margin one, just flex direction. Okay, got it. This will work. Okay, this is working. Some sort of working, right? So this is a counter fruits vegetable. We will be having counter here. Just counter. Also, we will be having some sort of S3 counter, something like that. Okay, counter. It's okay. Works for now, right? So tentative. That's the tentative code. And let's just bring this thing here. Or maybe I can align myself in this direction. And fuck that. And let's just bring this thing here, okay? And so this is the one that we are moving. No, we need just add here, right? So okay, let's get to that. But it's getting really late for us because we want to learn other concept. We just don't want to get stuck with just add. But let's do it anyway. Who cares, right? Okay, thanks, ChatGPT. Thanks, God. Thanks. Really worked. Sometime you need to, thank your ChatGPT, and they will be really helpful with you. Otherwise, it will give you really, bad results. So, time and effort till ChatGPT. Thank you. I'm so thankful for you. Thank you. You're doing really good, ChatGPT. You're such a great guy, or you're such a great girl. Whoever you are, you're really helping me. Without you, I would have been really dumb person, and still I'm being really dumb person because of you. But still, I'm doing my walk. I'm getting my walk done. That's what matters in this world. So in this fast-paced world, everyone is doing their work in really fast pace. So that's what I'm telling you guys to you can use ChatGPT and you have to really take advantage of it, but not in the point that you just forget coding and just like me that it's time and often I kind of forget. And this is not really good practice. Okay, so guys, don't use in this way. You don't have to use is invoker and use stable and all this, conditional rendering. That is not good, but it is what it is for now. Let's just stick with using just add in our project. So we have a just add store. We are just creating count store. So I mean, I have to ask ChatGPT, or let's not ask directly, implement just add, and let's just see how things work here. Okay, so I have a basic example of implementing just add given by ChatGPT, not related with this code, but we could have asked about, give me just add implementation of this code, but we don't do that here because we are really going the hard way, and we just want to, strike something in our forehead. That's the whole point. Control sharing, what sharing? Okay, okay, man, okay. So use the store income. That's it, man. And what's the state? Increment, decrement. Count is the state. What's the count? Count is zero. Okay. I mean, let's just try it once, okay? And use counter restore overall table. Increment, decrement will be done by overall table. No, unit table. It will be done in unit table. Let's just use it here then. I mean, use counter restore. Use counter restore. I'm calling it, and use counter restore will give me count increment decrement. Const count count increment decrement. Just to use count store. Just start, man. Just start is giving me use count store. Count increment decrement. Count increment decrement. On click increment, on click decrement. That's it, man. Can I know this is so faulty, but let's just think about it for now. If this on click, on click, increment, and on click, click, decrement, everyone will have a global count here. I think so. Increment. Ooh, this is so fun, man. Ooh, man. Oh, man. God damn it. Now it's done like organize your store now. How you want to organize your store? Create user slice. Set user. I mean, set user combine slices, create counter slices, create user slice. Axis in component. I have bunch. I have bunch of vegetables, and each one have increment, decrement, and a counter. How to manage all these states in just add stand actually. Okay. Increment, decrement, counter, multiple vegetables. Okay, it's a great way. Just an interface vegetable. ID name count. Reset add vegetable. Okay, I got it. Vegetable increment. Set state vegetable. Set vegetable on map. ID. What the fuck? Decrement. Reset. Okay, based on ID. I should I give vegetable ID to each of these vegetables? Do I have ID from parser, or is there ID in my JSON? No. I have name. I can give name. Name can be ID, right? Okay. Based on name can be done. can be done in that way. Increment, decrement. What's the state? What's the state here? This is my store. This is my JSON. I need increment, decrement, and counter updates on my states. I think it will understand now, but I got the point. Like just that we will have this kind of store. With complexity increases. Like if I have some sort of vegetables already here, and that vegetable will have some state of counter. I mean, yeah. So can I have a but discount? Alone will not work, right? So I should have a vegetable here, and each of these vegetable will have a count, right? I need to parse it again. You mean I have to, yeah, from vegetable.json I have to parse it, and things will move forward accordingly. Then only let's just see how it's okay. Ah, fucking hell. We can do that. Like we can import just like in parser. If we are importing something in parser, this is my parser. Food items will be given my parser, but shall I need that or not? I think I don't need that, right? So I will just directly import items from JSON. Import items from just like I did in parser vegetables.json slash slash vegetables.json. I can import that items. I can keep that items. My in my vegetables, right? So, for example, in this case, items will be that. Yeah, I mean, why not? Items will be items, but each of these will have a uh, what? We all we already import items as. I mean, I import items as items from vegetable.json. These items and body and add counters dynamically. That will work because we don't need to reprocess that array once again, right? So should work. I think it's sort of code here. Item dot map. Okay, I think this will work. And उसको एक नजर ले मारे डरा Man, why? We can do that. I'm just copying and pasting the interfaces here, right? So I hope you guys won't mind. We are just item store is something. Got it. We have items now. This is the items, and we will be doing increment of this count of each count in the item. So we can do this in this way. For example, name set state item. Let's just copy and paste it because why not? ChatGPT gives us that, and that's the flexibility. And this also has implicit any type. Also, what we can do is we have item store type interface. So item store can be used. Oh shit! Really? Sets. Yeah, no, we are there. Like, don't worry. We will be having reset. We will be having decrement. All of these things. First, let's just replace decrement, right? So, uh, decrement will be something like decrement the counter of that given item, and we will be having reset. Also, don't worry about that. So, but what's the point of reset? I don't know. I haven't used just that, so I'm just copying and pasting it here because I haven't used reset or all this form. But let's just implement it for now, and we will be having fun later on. So this is the store. This is the counter store. This is the store we need, and we can use the store later on. So use item store is the one. Use counter store. It's okay. Item use it will just make thing confused. Use item store. Okay, and we can use this item store which is coming from counter store. Oh my god, what a messy code it is. Okay, we got it. Now what we have to do is just pass item dot name, and uh, I think it's good to go then. Let's just remove reset because we don't need a reset for now at least, right? So let's just fucking remove it. Increment decrement is fine. Unit table on click increment. What we can do is item dot name. We can pass this decrement item dot name in count item dot count. Okay. I mean, really? Huh? No. Who is using items from and where? Okay, we need to bring this items here. That's the all point items. And is it sending us items? Yeah, it's sending us items. We need to use these items. And, think about it. Table items is already there. Filtered items. Think about it, man. Filtered items. Filtered item. Table item. Let's just use items then. And also items. Oh, we need to check why we are doing this. Yeah. Ah, shit. Oh, okay. Well, what's the point? I don't know. Making it asynchronous. Maybe. Some sort of. I don't know. Let's just refresh it. Ah, the fuck. Bam, 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 bam. Better than previous, right? So let's just try a few things here. Ah, Eh? Where is item, man? Huh? Shit. Let's take a break for now and we can continue this exploration with Just Add. But it seems that it's really easy to implement some things using Just Add. So, I mean, just counter is here, right? So, uh, I'm seeing these things where it's in Mocha. Okay. Ah, ah, ah. Mm, mm, mm. It's not doing good, right? So we need to ask ChatGPT that you know, we are ordering these items that is also shown by console multiple times coming from this time store. Did we miss something, right? Item. I don't think we missed something there. Did we give key to our values? Yeah, key is there. Key is there. So maybe we can just, remove this little thing over here, and also we can move this thing over here. This, oh fuck. Fuck's sake. Shit. Ah, oh, wow. Really? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, bro? Wow. Again using this way also. Wow. What's that? What does Sarah does? Minimize the part of the state. Memo. Won't work. I know this won't work. We don't have any item here. That's why. But if we increment certain things here and if we, I mean, okay, I mean, and this should be there, right? Dynamically update. I got that part, but shallow part is there. And the items variable account. Got it. Still it won't work. What? Ah, why? Isn't it the star counter? Edit table is in the memo. Use memo is here. And, ah, why is I'll say it's, using it multiple times items. Let me just do a few things over here. Where is okay? Unit table in memo can be done. Okay. React.memo. React.memo. Memoization. But still it won't work, I guess. God. Gods of React. Ah, fucking. Something is not working here. Something. Ah, ah, okay. But yeah, only when that is not in Mocha. I think we have some sort of workable code, but this is not acceptable because we have multiple things going on in background and in uh, console also. Let me try to do some few things here, and if we can't, then we will just drop this for now, and we will continue with some other concept, and we can try this code tomorrow after reading about it anyway, right? So I have a weird feeling that this items is being rendered twice. That's why that is the issue, right? I, one time it's being rendered here, another time it's being rendered here in same instance. So the items table. This is the items table that has been. I am not sure what to do here, so let me just leave it like this and just make a commit. And let me say that just and is integrated, but need to work on that one. Let's just drop the idea for now. Just add, and let's just continue with our other feature that we were planning to cover today, because also there is NX. We can do that. Let me just look into NX. Why it's smart monorepo CI. What is it? So fucking NX. Intro to NX. It says okay. NX docs. We can go there. NX CI. What's NX actually? Application error of our browser console. Okay, not a big deal. So what's NX? NX is a powerful open source build system that provides tools and techniques for enhancing developer productivity, optimizing CI performance, and maintaining code quality. Run tasks efficiently, distribute tasks in CI, cache locally and remotely, automates dependency updates. Find out more NX. Okay, create NX workspace from Angular CLI. What is NX Cloud? What's NX actually? Why do we require NX? Let's just ask ChatGPT about it also. What's NX and why do we even care about it? Let's just look into it. Okay, so NX is a powerful development tool for managing modern JavaScript projects. It's especially well suited for mono-repos that host multiple projects as library and application, and as developer efficiently build, test, and maintain large-scale code base. Monorepo support is designed for managing monorepos, enabling you to keep multiple application libraries in a single repo. Code sharing and reusability, shared libraries, utility function, UI component, integrated dev tools. NX also has its own dev tools, task scheduling, dependency graph visualization, caching and performance optimization, framework agnostics, incremental builds, care about and simplifies monorepo management, boost developer productivity skills with teams. Use case of NX monorepo development, code sharing, optimize CI/CD pipeline. Okay, all these things. NX process alternative. NX framework support, code generation, dependency graph yes, turbo repo no, incremental build yes. Okay, getting started. Create NX workspace, generate a new application, React application, generate a shared library, React library, shared UI, build my application, NX graph. I think I got something about it, but it seems to be YNX. Speed up your existing project, your workspace, NX. So okay, it's related to workspace, and how can I add up NX in my existing project? Cache. Okay, so these are the tutorial. React standalone. Use NX to React and Vite project. So maybe with NX I can do npm NX latest init. Scripts are cacheable. Build script created by output. Lead script created by output. Okay, caching pre-configured, and create a task pipeline. Everything can be done with the help of NX. Enhance vtax with caching. Okay, run tax. It has tax runner. So build, then NX will support NX test products. Okay, got it. NX test header. Run tax for multiple project. We can check on this on later on, so it's not We have noted it here. So NX is really is the concept that we will be looking in our project also. We'll be integrating it in our project also, so we can check that on later on. I think someone just sent us something on our Discord. I don't know is it, but is it on direct messages? Okay. Okay, not in hours 45, but uh, let's just continue here. And for today, what we did is we checked on a few Reddit blogs. Tomorrow, we'll be looking into the Robin Wheelroth's blogs in more extensive manner, and we will also checking some few engineering blogs here and there. Or we have some time today also, so we can check that. Not a big deal, not an issue. So let's just go into some more post in Reddit what we have to check. And confused with concept of component life cycle. Ah, this week in React router 10 stack Next.js by Vite, Legend List, Rapier testing library. All these things were in React newsletter. Let me just check this once. Exciting releases. All these things are here. Sponsor React router v7. Again, sponsor React Native. Okay, this blog is called This Week in React. Okay, readers, one email per week, 100% free people. It's a really nice newsletter article from 2020 2019, right? So newsletter 2024 React, what's in React for this week. Let's just go into this week. So this week React router v7, again React Native v4 screens are here, and new Next.js 20 is pretty cool. React Native this much. This is kind of disappointing actually. But YouTube channel suggestion, need help with React PDF renderer and Next.js app router. Okay, I created a 3D journal prototype. Why isn't my React app working in GitHub repo? Mono repo instead of micro frontends. Okay, this seems to be interesting. Let's read this. Okay. I have read some bad reviews about micro frontend and I need to know if it's the optimal solution for domain driven design. I have three teams where I want each team to be working on different code base and not sure about using micro frontend because of this review I read. How can monorepo help in that? And what are the challenges that I might face using monorepo regarding the team dynamics and deployment as well? Problem that people have with micro frontend are like the problem people have with early technology, which is that they are actually organizing and communicating problem that manifest due to Conway's law from all the technology. Okay. How the different projects have related? Is the answer is that they're related or are they very loosely coupled? I might go with microfrontend, but then again, what's microfrontend actually? Micro micro frontend versus monorepo. Let's do that. Okay. Micro frontend design system, micro frontend versus monorepo. It's been a year and I was not aware over that. So that means how you know how unaware I am of things or how illiterate I am that this can tell. By the way, let's just look into it. You have worked in many libraries and framework by using monolithic design system, but in 2023, you can use latest design system in your application which provides scalability, maintainability across the application. You have heard of micro frontend concept in frontend application as you have microservices design system in backend, and the same concept you can have micro frontend. In monorepo, once your application gets complex or large in the code volume, it's very difficult to manage. So when you work with the large team, managing code and managing monorepo projects is a challenging task. Micro frontend comes in the picture when you divide an application into sub application based on features. Like you have user, payment, order, layout, you can create separate micro frontend application and deploy independently. Let's talk in detail about micro frontend concept. Suppose your application has multiple sub-modules like payment, user, order. You have to create a separate application for each module and manage dependencies independently. We'll have the structure as monorepo does, like package.json, SSN. Okay, I got it. So basically, sub-modules can call this report application and you have to expose to host application that will use this with the help of some tools and configuration. Each feature will have its own project and each have its own package.json file. So kind of Looks really good to me. This tool name are here. You can use Webpack Module Federation plugin and single spa. What is Module Federation plugin? Introducing Webpack 5 Module Federation plugin gives developer a way to create multiple separate builds that form a single application. Any JavaScript plugin that is bundled with Webpack 5.0 upgrade can dynamically load or share code and dependency with any other at runtime. Exposed application configuration. Okay, let me just check here. Okay, configuration container, Webpack config configuration equals to plugin, Module Federation plugin container, shell remote.js file name. Name will be useful to identify exposed application to host container. File name will be used to import in the host container application to load exposed application. Container application configuration. Let's ask ChatGPT. Micro front end versus mono repo with examples. ChatGPT is really good and god of and god of coding. So let's just ask him. Micro front end versus mono repo. Both micro and mono repo are architectural approach to managing and developing large scale application. What is micro front end? Independent development and development can use different frameworks or libraries for each micro front end. Communicate between micro front end and manage explicitly. Imagine an e-commerce platform, homepage built with React, product catalog built with Angular, cart and checkout built with Vue. Each of these microfrontends is developed, deployed, and maintained independently but seamlessly integrated into a single application. Pros, cons, microfrontend framework, Module Federation, Webpack 5, Bit.dev, Piral, Module Federation with framework with Webpack, microfrontend webpack.config.js, home, remote.js, src/header, exposes, appshell, webpack.config.js, microfrontend, remote.js, Module Federation plugin. What is monorepo? Shared library, React, everything will be React, API service will be Node.js, shared URL. NX Turbo repo, these are called monorepo tools. These are the monorepo tools, right? So we just learned about NX few minutes ago. So that was monorepo, but our Webpack gives, what is it called? The Module Federation plugin gives us to have micro frontend in our application. So app, home micro frontend, app shell, and key differences. Okay, can you create micro front end app for an uh, e-commerce? E-commerce, splitting application into home product catalog cart checkout, home landing page, e-commerce site, display list of product. Okay, step by step application, host application sale, micro front end for home, catalog, product catalog, cart checkout, e-commerce micro front end, initialize application, create React app. Okay. Install Webpack Module Federation plugin. Configure Webpack Module Federation plugin. Okay. Remote entity.js. Everything will have remote into remotes, but it's a host. And yes, microphone and example home. Okay, got it. Create React component home. Add a catalog.js folder of catalog. These are the product catalog. Add your cart. Checkout in host. This is the host app. Import all these things from other micro frontends. This gives a host React suspense is being used for loading in host app local dynamically run the application in host cd host. Okay, I think I got it, but Seems like it's just modularizing all these things. Kind of sounds cool to me. I can use that in my later on projects. But now this chat is relatable. Create NPM packages or some innovation code within the domain you're talking about. I'm here, man. I'm really good React developer. Already we're the best of the best. The fall guy. Oh, I'm good. We can chat there later on. What's 10 stack start actually? Oh my god, 10 stack also is doing a lot of things in the React space. So why can I use it? Sponsor. I think I got something to look offline. So thank you guys for watching. Let's continue this session in the days to come. And yeah, it's been a fun exercise. We have a project to check with, we just had, we just integrated a store and it's not working that fine. I think it will work tomorrow if we get a bit more time, or let's say if we understand about just add in more details. So thank you guys.